Shalom, brothers and sisters. Raphael here, and I haven't made a video in a while, and I want to specifically talk about how I did make videos in the past about how how I had dreams of what I called the rapture. But at this point in time, after reading the scriptures, understanding, asking Yahuwah for understanding, I've realized how I was wrong about the rapture. And yes, I did have dreams of going, and the feeling I had in those dreams were above all. And it was a full feeling and full experience of being in the presence of Yahusha HaMashiach. But I know now that that was the second coming. And Matthew 24 pretty much settles this, and I'm actually going to go get the scriptures here. Because I too used to think that the rapture is biblical when it truly isn't. Right here in Matthew 24, which of all things I open to, is Thessalonians 2, where it says that, like, pretty much, I'll speak of Thessalonians as well, because I almost guarantee most people are going to go against me by quoting a verse from there. In Thessalonians, guys, this is the biggest verse that people say and confirms it's the rapture, but if you actually listen to what is said in it, you would understand it's not the rapture that he was talking about. Like, it's as clear as can be. It says in Thessalonians, "For Yahusha himself will descend from the Shemayim with the voice and the shout of the chief Malachim, and the dead in Mashiach will rise first, and then us who are alive and remain will be caught up to meet Mashiach in the air." Notice what it said at the beginning of the verse. Yahusha HaMashiach will descend from the Shemayim with the voice and the shout of the chief Malachim and with the trumpet of Elohim. Where in that does it say we're just caught up and that's it and no one will see Mashiach and he didn't descend? It doesn't say that anywhere in that verse. In that verse, which I'm going to try and find it just so you guys know as well, so I can show you the example. And there it is. Because Yahusha himself shall come down from the Shemayim with a shout and with the voice of a chief Malachim, messengers, another way of saying Malachim, which is angel, and with the trumpet of Elohim, and the dead in Mashiach shall rise first. Then we, the living who are left over, shall be caught away together with them in the clouds to meet Yahusha in the air, and so we shall always be with Yahuwah, Yahusha HaMashiach. And in this certain translation it says the dawn, but really it's Yahusha. So right there, guys, it's saying that we will be caught up to meet him in the air when he descends from Shemayim. Right there it says it. Right there. Because Yahusha himself shall come down from the Shemayim with the shout and the voice of the chief Malachim. That didn't say rapture. That didn't say harpazo in Hebrew. That says Mashiach will come down. That's his return, the second coming. There's no rapture beforehand. There's not two events. I used to think it's we go up to meet him in the air and then, we're off doing whatever and then we come back down. No. It is that we go with him to meet him in the air and then we come down at that same time in the second coming to be against those who are still remaining on this earth. And I was going to go to Matthew, but I just have another verse in Hosanna, Revelation. Notice how it says, 1 second, I think it's right here. By the way, I have a lot of exposure on this verse here. Yahuwah warned to not ever add or take away from this scripture they added 666 into this scripture. In Greek, it's chiaxi stigma, which is what this was written in. It was written in Greek. So by adding that, they just added plagues unto themselves. But right here, guys, where does it say it? I'm looking for the verse where it says that harm not the servants sealed with Yahuwah's name in their foreheads. I think I went too far, honestly, now. Because it makes clear that we will be here during tribulation, but those that keep the commandments are protected from what's coming. And I went way too far. 1 second, guys. This is why I should have had this prepared. I just really was led to show this. But 1 second, guys. Here it is. And it was given to them that they should not kill, but torture them for 5 months. And their torture was like the torture of a scorpion when it stings a man. And in those days men shall seek death, and shall long to die, but death shall flee from them. And right above that it says here, and it was said to them that they shall not harm the grass of the earth, or anything green, or any green thing, but those men who do not have the seal of Yahuwah upon their foreheads. Right there it's saying that even the 144,000 which are sealed with, slain from the foundation of the world, and sealed with Yahuwah's name on our forehead, and the name of his Kodesh city, Yerushalayim, the renewed Yerushalayim. He was making this clear that we are here, but we're protected from what will happen in tribulation. And then when Yahushua HaMashiach comes down, when he returns, we are caught up to meet him in the air. So no, we won't die during tribulation. We will be protected during tribulation. And just to show about the 140,000... I'm just looking for it. Here it is. He who overcomes, I shall make him a supporting post in the Mishkan, which is temple of my Elohim, and he shall by no means go out. And I shall write on him the name of my Elohim, and the name of the city of my Elohim, the renewed Yerushalayim, which comes down out of Shemayim from my Elohim, and my renewed name, which Yahuwah will have a renewed name. So, and... But yes, so you made clear, the rapture doesn't happen. The rapture isn't even, that word itself was literally made by the Illuminati Freemason. There's a reason why there's so much rapture this, rapture that in movies nowadays. And what are movies made by? They're made by occultists. They're made by witchcrafters. They're made by these Freemason Illuminati members. Those are all occultists who do practice witchcraft. They're the ones behind the movies. So when some people literally show me, like on Twitter, people are posting about, look at this movie about the rapture. How is that your evidence? Like, are you seriously using man's doctrine as evidence? This right here is my evidence of what I have to say. The scriptures are my evidence. And on top of these few verses which I showed, Matityahu has, which was what I was originally going to go on to, in verse 24 makes this even more clear. And this was Mashiach, which people know Messiah, made clear. So right here, guys, I'll read through this. One second, guys. Here it is. So Yahusha answering them, see how they asked Say to us, when shall this be? What shall be the sign be of your coming? Not of the rapture, of his coming, and the end of the age. And Yahusha answering said to them, take heed that no one deceives you, for many shall come in my name, saying that they are the Mashiach, and shall lead many astray. And you shall begin to hear of fightings and reports of fightings. In some other translations, it says rumors of wars and wars, which is happening right now. And I'll read through all of this just so you guys have an understanding. For these have to take place, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and reign against reign, and there shall be scarcities of food, and deadly diseases, and earthquakes in places. There has been so many wars right now, and so many nations are against nation currently. There is scarcities of food already happening. Corona, deadly disease. Those are all happening, and all are the beginning of birth pains, as he said there. Then they shall deliver you up to affliction and kill you, and you shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall stumble and shall deliver up one another and shall hate one another. These are those that are against those who want to keep the commandments of Yahuwah. That is what I believe was being said in there. And many false prophets shall arise up and lead many astray. And because of this, because of the increase in lawlessness, the love of many shall become cold. But he who shall have endured till the end shall be saved. And this good news of the reign shall be proclaimed in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end shall come. And we're in a day and age where everybody has access to the Kodesh scriptures, and pretty much everyone in a major country knows about the judgment and the wrath of Yahuwah. Or Yahuwah, sorry for correct pronunciation. So when you see the abomination that lays waste spoken